Success is about making choices that others aren't willing to make. It's about doing what's uncomfortable today so you can live the life you dream of tomorrow. You've got to understand something: nothing worth having comes without a cost. Every great accomplishment, every dream realized, every goal achieved is built on sacrifice. It's not about giving up, it's about giving into the process. You can't hold on to every distraction, every comfort, and every fleeting pleasure and expect to make it to the top. Sacrifice isn't about pain, it's about commitment. It's about putting aside what feels good now for what will feel great later. Listen, too many of us are caught up in the moment. We want success, but we also want to stay up late binge watching shows. We want to build a business, but we also want to sleep in. We want to get that degree, but we're not willing to turn down the party invites. And then we wonder why nothing changes. Let me tell you why: because we're not willing to give something up to get something greater. You see, sacrifice is the price of success. It's the toll you have to pay to cross the bridge from where you are to where you want to be. There's no shortcut, no bypass, no easy way around it. You've got to decide what matters more: the fleeting joy of today or the lasting satisfaction of tomorrow. I've been there. I know what it's like to want to hold on to comfort. But I also know this comfort is the enemy of growth. If you're not willing to give up the good for the great, you're going to stay stuck right where you are. Sacrifice means saying no to the things that don't serve your vision. It means turning down the invite, closing the laptop, waking up earlier, and staying up later if that's what it takes. You're not losing, you're investing. The truth is, you have to believe that what you're working for is worth the cost. Because let me tell you, there will be days when you'll question it. When you're tired, when it's hard, when you see others enjoying the comforts you gave up. But that's the moment you need to remind yourself why you started. You've got to keep your eyes on the prize and understand that success doesn't come easy. The moment you embrace sacrifice, you set yourself apart. Most people are looking for the easy way out. You're building something that will last. So what's it going to be? The temporary comfort of staying where you are, or the extraordinary fulfillment of achieving your dreams? Success doesn't ask you to give up everything. It asks you to trade what's holding you back for what will propel you forward. Remember, the pain of sacrifice is temporary, but the rewards are permanent. It's not just about giving something up. It's about gaining everything you've ever wanted. You've got to decide if it's worth it. And when you do, success will be waiting on the other side. You have to prioritize what really matters. It's not complicated, but it's hard because it requires honesty. Most people say they want success, but their actions tell a different story. Let me ask you, what's stealing your time? What's draining your focus? What's pulling you away from your goals? Because I promise you this, if you're not where you want to be, it's not because you don't have the ability. It's because you're letting distractions run your life. Success isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about focusing your energy on the things that move the needle, the things that get you closer to your vision. You can't do everything, that's the truth. And when you try to, you end up doing a whole lot of nothing. You can't have it all, not at once, not while you're building. There's a season for everything, but if you're serious about winning, this is your season to lock in. This is your season to get laser focused. That means cutting out the things that don't align with your purpose. Yes, it might mean giving up some fun for a while. It might be saying no to people, opportunities, or habits that don't serve your goals. But let me tell you something. Every no to a distraction is a yes to your future. Some of you are carrying too much. You're saying yes to everything because you don't want to miss out. But in trying to hold on to everything, you're missing the one thing that matters most: progress. You've got to let go. Not everything deserves your time, your energy, or your attention. Think about it. If you're spending hours scrolling through social media, watching TV, or hanging out aimlessly, that's time you'll never get back. That's time you could have spent building, growing, and becoming the person you're meant to be. I get it. It's not easy. You see your friends having fun, living their best lives, and you feel like you're missing out. But let me tell you something. They're not going where you're going. You have a vision, a dream, a goal that requires sacrifice. And here's the truth. Those who succeed don't just prioritize, they reprioritize every day. They ask themselves, is this helping me or hurting me? And if it's not helping, it's got to go. You've got to protect your time like it's gold, because it is. You've got to understand that success isn't just about doing more. It's about doing less of what doesn't matter. Cut the noise, focus on what counts, and give your best to the things that deserve it. Because here's the reality: what you water grows. If you water distractions, you'll grow regret. But if you water your goals, your dreams, your purpose, you'll grow success. The choice is yours. Prioritize what matters and watch how your life transforms. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Decide today and don't look back. Let me tell you something: you can't want success and stay in the same place. You can't expect to win while holding on to comfort. If you're serious about being great, about living the life you've imagined, then you've got to make a choice: growth or comfort. You can't have both. Growth demands discomfort. It's in the moments when you push past what feels easy, what feels familiar, that you unlock the next level. That's what separates the good from the great. Most people quit when it gets hard. They shrink back to what's comfortable, and they wonder why their life never changes. But if you're here, if you're listening to me right now, I know that's not you. You're ready for more. Discomfort is where the magic happens. It's where you find out who you really are. Listen, I know what it's like to be comfortable. It feels good. It feels safe. But safe doesn't get you the dream job, the six-figure business, the championship ring, or the legacy you want to leave behind. Staying in your comfort zone is like standing in the shallow end of the pool when the real treasure is at the deep end. Yeah, it's scary to jump in. It's unknown. It's uncomfortable. But that's where the growth is. That's where success lies. You've got to challenge yourself daily. Push yourself to do the things you don't want to do, the things that scare you, the things that stretch you. Wake up earlier than you're used to. Put in extra reps at the gym. Make the phone call you've been avoiding. Face the uncomfortable truths about your habits, your mindset, your circle. That's where transformation begins. You're not going to grow if you're always doing what's easy. Easy doesn't change you. It keeps you stuck. Now, here's the kicker: discomfort is temporary, but the results are permanent. Let me say that again: temporary pain, permanent gain. The discomfort you feel waking up early, grinding when others are sleeping, sacrificing when others are partying, that's temporary. But the life you're building because of it, that's forever. Every uncomfortable decision you make today is an investment in your future. And trust me, when you get to the other side, when you achieve the goal, the discomfort won't matter. You'll look back and realize it wasn't pain, it was progress. You've got to decide what you want: more comfort now or greatness later. The truth is, comfort zones don't just keep you where you are, they hold you back. They rob you of the life you deserve. So stop settling. Stop making excuses. Stop telling yourself it's okay to stay where you are, because it's not. You're made for more, and deep down, you know it. Step out. Take the risk. Embrace the discomfort. Because on the other side of your comfort zone is everything you've ever wanted. Growth isn't easy, but it's worth it. Choose growth. Choose greatness. Choose you. And don't ever look back. Let me tell you something: most people want success, but they're not willing to pay the price. They want the rewards without the work, the results without the sacrifice. But let me be real with you: there's no way around it. Success requires you to give up something. It's going to cost you comfort, convenience, and sometimes even relationships. That's the truth. If you're serious about winning, you've got to sacrifice. You've got to let go of what feels good now to get what you truly want later. And that's where most people stop. They're not willing to pay that price. But if you're here listening to me right now, I know you're different. Sacrifice is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's not a punishment, it's an investment. Every great achievement is built on sacrifices made behind the scenes. You might see the success, but you don't see the late nights, the early mornings, the missed parties, and the moments of doubt. Let me tell you about the pain of sacrifice. It's real. You'll feel it when you wake up at 4 a.m. while everyone else is still asleep. You'll feel it when you say no to hanging out with friends because you've got work to do. You'll feel it when you choose to study instead of watching TV, when you put in the extra reps, the extra hours. It's not easy, but that's why so few people do it. And here's the thing: the sacrifices you make today will set the foundation for the life you want tomorrow. But you've got to be all in. You can't halfway sacrifice. You can't give up a little and expect a lot in return. It doesn't work like that. You've got to be willing to give up your comfort zone completely. That might mean sacrificing sleep, sacrificing weekends, sacrificing habits that are holding you back. It might even mean letting go of people who aren't aligned with your vision. And I know that's hard. I've been there. But let me tell you something: the pain of sacrifice is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever. You've got to decide what you're willing to trade. Success doesn't come for free, it comes at a cost. But here's the good news, the more you sacrifice, the more you gain. Every time you choose to sacrifice something, you're telling the universe, I'm ready for this. You're showing yourself and everyone around you that you're serious. And that's when the breakthroughs happen. That's when doors open that you didn't even know existed. So, what's it going to be? Are you willing to trade a little pain today for a lifetime of success? Are you willing to sacrifice what's easy for what's extraordinary? Because the truth is, you can't have both. You've got to make a choice. Sacrifice isn't a loss, it's the ultimate win. Pay the price now and reap the rewards later. Success is waiting. Are you ready? Let me tell you something, your time is the most valuable resource you have. You can't get it back and you can't buy more of it. Every single second is a deposit into your future or a withdrawal from it. The problem isn't that you don't have enough time, it's that you're not using it right. We all get the same 24 hours in a day, but how you spend yours will determine the life you live. If you're serious about success, you've got to take control of your time. You've got to be ruthless about how you use it. Too many of us are wasting time like we've got an endless supply. Scrolling through social media, binge watching TV shows, sleeping in, hanging out without purpose, none of that is helping you. You say you don't have time to work on your dreams, but you're spending hours doing things that don't matter. Listen to me, if it's not helping you grow, it's not moving you closer to your goals, it's a distraction, plain and simple. Success isn't about having time, it's about making time. You've got to prioritize the things that matter and eliminate everything else. And I get it, sometimes it's hard to say no. It's hard to turn down invitations, to shut off your phone, to step away from things that seem fun. But here's the truth, every yes to something that doesn't matter is a no to something that does. Every hour you spend on distractions is an hour you're stealing from your future. You've got to ask yourself, is this worth my time? Is this getting me closer to where I want to be? If the answer is no, it's time to make a change. When you start managing your time with purpose, everything changes. You begin to realize that every minute is an opportunity. Every hour is a chance to build something, to learn something, to become better. You start waking up earlier, staying focused longer, and cutting out anything that doesn't align with your vision. You stop letting other people's priorities dictate your schedule. You take ownership of your day, and in doing so, you take ownership of your life. Now, let me be clear, this isn't easy. It takes discipline, it takes sacrifice, but the rewards are worth it. Imagine looking back on your day, your week, your year, and knowing that you gave everything you had to your goals. Imagine seeing the results of your focus and hard work. That's what happens when you take control of your time. So stop making excuses. Stop letting distractions steal your future. Your dreams are waiting for you, but they won't wait forever. The clock is ticking, and every second counts. Use your time wisely, and you'll create a life you're proud of. Waste it, and you'll look back with regret. The choice is yours. Make every moment count, and watch how your life transforms. Time is your most powerful tool. Use it like the champion you are. Let me tell you something, the moment you stop blaming, the moment you stop pointing fingers, is the moment your life starts to change. Accountability is everything. You can't grow if you're constantly making excuses. You can't succeed if you're always blaming someone else for why things aren't happening. The truth is, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to give you success. You have to take full ownership of your life, every decision, every mistake, every outcome. It's not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond. Success starts with accountability. Too often we let ourselves off the hook. Oh, I didn't have enough time, I don't have the resources, it's not my fault, someone else dropped the ball, stop it. Stop giving yourself a way out. When you make excuses, you give away your power. You hand over control of your life to someone or something else. But when you take ownership, when you say, this is on me, that's when the game changes. That's when you take back control. Because if it's your responsibility, then you have the power to change it. Listen to me, accountability is not about beating yourself up. It's not about guilt or shame. It's about being honest with yourself. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, I could have done better. It's about owning your actions and learning from them. Every time you take responsibility, you grow. You learn what you need to fix, what you need to change, and what you need to improve. And that's how you get better. That's how you level up. You can't build success on a foundation of excuses. You can't lead a team, run a business, or achieve greatness if you're always pointing fingers. Accountability isn't just about you, it's about how you show up for others. When you own your mistakes, you build trust. When you take responsibility, you inspire people. Leaders don't blame, they solve. Champions don't complain, they adjust. Now, I know it's not easy. Taking accountability means facing hard truths. It means admitting when you've messed up. But let me tell you something, that's where the growth happens. That's where the breakthroughs are. When you stop hiding from your mistakes and start owning them, you open the door to success. You start to see what's possible because you're no longer stuck in denial. So what's it going to be? Are you going to keep making excuses, or are you going to take ownership of your life? Are you going to blame the circumstances, or are you going to change them? The power is in your hands. When you take accountability, you take control. And when you take control, there's nothing you can't achieve. Remember this, accountability isn't a burden, it's a gift. It's the key to unlocking your potential. So own it. Own your mistakes, own your decisions, and own your success. Because when you do, you become unstoppable. The life you want starts with the choices you make. Make the choice to own it today.